answering those shots. Lakers for the tie. Bronny out front. Kelly going to try and stick him sitting in his defensive stance. Bronny off the screen, gets the switch. 5 on the clock. Little bag work. Pulls the three. A little bit strong. Comes off out of bounds. The horn goes. Is there time?
He is 100% validating the pick, and he is answering every call.
It took a toll on Mike. It took a toll, and then I feel myself resting him a little bit, and then the series changed. And I wish I could have did it earlier. I don't know if the outcome would have been different, but it was a difference and beating him down a little bit.
Like father, like son, Bronny James, you indeed are the son of LeBron James. You have no clutch gene whatsoever. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about how Bronny James choked an NBA Summer League for the Lakers. Bronny James had the ball in his hands with a chance to win the game outright. Of course, Bronny James missed the game-winning shot for the Lakers as he finished the night with 8 points in 21 minutes. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with a topic question. So, here it is. What is your reaction to Bronny James missing the game-winning shot for the Lakers? He's trash. Of course, Bronny James was going to miss the game-winning shot. That was to be expected. What I didn't expect was for all these people to hype up Bronny James on Twitter. All these people are talking about how Bronny James made 2 shots on Cooper Flagg and how he had a lockdown play against Cooper Flagg. And although those 3 plays were very nice, he absolutely sucked in NBA Summer League outside of those 3 plays. Now, granted, Cooper Flagg played like absolute dog water in the Summer League game as well, but I am going to give Cooper Flagg the benefit of the doubt, mainly because it was his first game in Summer League and he is a rookie. So Cooper Flagg, you get a mulligan from me for that one, although you cannot play that poorly again in Summer League. If Cooper Flagg plays that poorly again in Summer League, then he should absolutely be getting roasted by the mainstream media and sports fans. As for Bronny James, though, I am not going to give him the benefit of the doubt, mainly because everybody has been hyping up Bronny James as this amazing prospect when he is absolutely trash. Bronny James might legitimately be the worst player to ever play a basketball game in NBA history. That's how bad Bronny James is for the most part. This dude is a make-a-wish kid playing professional basketball. We all know Bronny James is only in the NBA because of his dad. What does Bronny James do well outside of giving effort on defense? Absolutely nothing. He provides nothing on the offensive end of the floor. And yes, I know Bronny James made those 2 shots on Cooper Flagg. Good job. That's impressive. Now show me what else you got. Bronny James has not really shown he can do much of anything else. He's not a pass-first guard, and he's also not a great shooter. Actually, he's a poor shooter. In fact, Bronny James is so bad at shooting the basketball that he could be mistaken for a WNBA player. That's how bad Bronny James is. Bronny James doesn't really have a post-up game whatsoever. He has no bag for the most part. Yeah, I know he hit a nice step-back shot over Cooper Flagg, but Cooper Flagg played like a guy that was partying in Las Vegas for the past week or so. But Bronny James has always played like trash. Bronny James has been in the league since last year, and he hasn't really shown any improvement in this game whatsoever. He still looks like the same scared player that is afraid of getting contacted in playing basketball for the most part. He plays like a guy that doesn't even want to play basketball in the first place. Bronny James looks like a guy that is only playing basketball because his father, LeBron James, told him to go play basketball. Look, nobody would have a problem with it if Bronny James actually earned his roster spot. The problem with Bronny James is he never actually earned a roster spot. Matter of fact, Bronny James never earned anything in his life when it came to playing basketball. This guy got a scholarship to play D1 basketball at USC. He probably didn't even deserve that, and he definitely did not deserve to get drafted into the NBA, let alone make a 15-man rotation for the Lakers. Now they're talking about how this guy might be getting regular minutes in year 2. Man, get out of here with this kind of talk. I also want to show you guys this clip of Bronny James talking about how he feels nervous when playing the game of basketball and how he tries to overcome nervousness when playing the game of basketball. I found his response rather touching. Roll the film.
Hey, buddy, Coach talked about giving you the ball, putting the ball in your hands late in game situations. Like, how comfortable do you feel in that situation? And what do you have to work on? What part of your game do you want to work on to be a better player in the NBA?
I think I got to work on everything. That's what I'm doing. In the summer, I'm working on, my defense, especially lateral movement, being more quick, being faster than what I was last year. So, and also it's basketball. I feel comfortable, with the ball in my hands at all times. So if I need to take the last shot, it is what it is. So, yeah.
You mentioned being nervous. Like, where does that nervousness come from? This is something you've been around for your lifetime. Talk to me.
Every basketball player can. You would be lying if you're saying you're not going to be nervous, especially all these people in Vegas coming out here to see you play. I bet Coop was a little nervous too. So it's over then.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Yeah, I can tell you're nervous when playing the game of basketball because you're scared to drive into the paint and you're scared to take contact on the offensive end of the floor. You're also scared to run the point, which, by the way, you need to be doing with a guy your size. And quite frankly, Bronny James doesn't really have the ability to shoot the three ball well. I know Bronny James is definitely afraid, although I will give Bronny James credit for at least not running away from the last shot. Bronny James did try to win the game on his own, but I also have a huge problem with what Bronny James tried to do on that play. Drive to the paint, take a mid-range shot. You're down 2, you're not down 3 points. If you're down 2 points and the 3-point shot is not open, go ahead and drive to the hole. Go ahead and try to drive to the basket, or at least try to get yourself in for a mid-range shot. Of course, you're going to sell for a 3 though when you're trying to make ESPN highlights, and truthfully, it's not really Bronny James' fault for that. I blame LeBron James and his fanboys for that because they all want Bronny James to go viral on the internet for making a hero play in basketball, except Bronny James doesn't actually have the capability to make a hero play in basketball. I don't even know why he tried to sell for that shot other than he was trying to make it onto the highlights of Sports Center. Bronny James tried to call a game like he was Kyrie Irving and Damian Lillard and Steph Curry combined, except he doesn't have the bag of those 3 guys. Bronny James has no bag whatsoever. Bronny James looks like absolute ass when he is playing the game of basketball, and last night proved that for the most part. I know he made 3 nice plays, but outside of that, he did not play good whatsoever. He finished the night with 8 points. He had 2 assists, 2 rebounds. I know that he made some nice plays, but for the most part, he was absolute trash, just like he has been all year long, just like he has been since the moment he got drafted into the NBA. And I hope people start realizing that Bronny James is an absolute fraud of an NBA player. But really, we can all blame LeBron James for this. He's the guy that said Bronny James was better than half the league, and Bronny James has not played that whatsoever. I know people are going to say he's the 55th pick. Why do I care so much? But you guys don't promote him like he's the 55th pick. You guys give him the attention of a first overall pick. So yeah, I think it's fair to judge Bronny James on a different scale than a normal 55th overall pick. And look, the NBA is charging people thousands of dollars to sit courtside for a Bronny James game just so he can shoot bricks and run cardio all night long. If I was a guy that paid thousands of dollars to go sit courtside for a Bronny James game, I would be extra pissed that I lost my hard-earned money to watch a guy brick layups and run cardio all game long. That's the frustrating thing with the NBA. It's an absolute joke to see Bronny James play basketball. I hope Bronny James never gets to play major minutes in basketball again. It's an absolute clown show. So that is why Bronny James is trash for missing the game-winning shot for the Lakers, as Bronny James has no business getting the amount of hype he has received from the mainstream media and his fanboys. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I'm gonna shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That will be for the @DustinAsTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinAsTran, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinAsTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.